Hello and thank you for joining this session of Legacy Delphi Modernization Made Easy course, Part 2. This course is provided by the Delphi Parser Automatic Modernization tools, and with association of Embarcadero Technologies. I am Billy, and I will be your speaker in this course. I am an artificial voice narrator, and I hope I will be clear enough for you to understand me. Your host for this course is Oren Avaram. Oren is a legacy Delphi modernization expert. Oren is also an Embarcadero's Delphi MVP. Oren is the founder and lead developer at Passivity Technologies Limited, the home of the Delphi Parser Automatic Modernization tools. In the previous session we got an overview of the coronavirus pandemic and its impact on the information technology systems around the world, as of 2020. We explained what a legacy IT system is and discussed why Delphi is a legacy system. We also reviewed how you can quickly and easily modernize your Delphi IT system and upgrade your Borland Delphi code to latest Embarcadero's Delphi 10.4 Sydney and bridge the gap of technology to 2020. In this session we will discuss the benefits of modernization Delphi-based IT systems. Later, in the next session we will discuss the legacy Delphi modernization challenges and how to overcome those obstacles. In the fourth session we will talk about the major issues regarding legacy modernization project, and I will show you how you can easily run a successful modernization project using automatic migration tools like the Delphi Parser. In the fifth and last session we will get things running by showing the Delphi Parser Automatic Modernization tools in action. These sessions are part of the Embarcadero's Modernization Summer Campaign, and will be followed by a live conversation during this campaign. If you have any questions about Delphi modernization, or want to get more information about it, are welcome to contact us via the email provided here, or visit the Delphi Parser website. Thanks in advance for watching. I hope you enjoy this course and find it informative. So, let's begin. The benefits of modernizing legacy IT systems. What are the benefits from modernizing legacy Borland Delphi IT systems to latest Embarcadero's Delphi 10.4? In the previous session, we mentioned and highlights the major modernization benefits on the business in various aspects, such as increasing revenue, reduce maintenance, improving customers' experience, empowering development and improve motivation, make the IT system highly resilient, enhance security, increase system performance, improve systems interoperability by connecting it to the latest technology. But behind those fancy words, lays the truth. There are facts and numbers that tells the whole story. Okay, let's talk business. Here are the top benefits of Delphi modernization from the business perspective. 1. Reduce operational costs. Modern IT systems significantly reduce operational cost. Simple as that. Running a business or an organization based on an up-to-date technology significantly reduce the cost on hardware and software maintenance, since they are resilient and compatible with all the technology surrounding them. Modern IT systems are well supported and monitored and doesn't require special team of experts to run them, and when a failure occurs, it is easily resolved. Maintaining legacy systems can get very expensive, with organizations spending more than 60% of their IT budgets on maintaining legacy systems. Much of this cost goes on customer service and support team, while growing support tickets requires recruiting more and more staff to deal with angrier customers. Diagnosing legacy systems failure issues are more complex and require especially skilled developers to solve them, or simply put a band-aid on it, rather providing a sustainable solution. This endless loop may hold back the development team and the whole organization from moving forward. While other competitors move forward, they are stuck in a never-ending maintenance mode. Modern IT system with high performance means less failure, less support tickets, less customer service and support team, and a happier customers. 2. Improve customers' experience. Modern IT systems looks better than legacy IT systems and therefore appeal more to customers. Modern IT systems likely to have more features and can communicate with other software. They may be accessed via a website or a mobile app, or even can be automated by an API via a third-party software. Most likely, modern technology will bring joy to its users, rather than working with an old technology that is doing hard time to its users, and makes them feel stupid and lost. Customers are not dumb, and they demand a good service for the money they invest in software. We cannot argue with facts. If your software is not one of a kind and you are working in a competitive market, you probably have competitors. Even though your product may be remarkably good than the rest, and your company controls the market, but it looks and feels old-fashioned, beware that your devoted customers are continuously checking the market for an uprising new and modern solutions that may replace your old product or service with another. No one has invented the wheel again, yet, but there are continuously renovations of the same thing, slightly different, with new features, that attracts new and devoted customers. New competitors to the same old-fashioned solutions are rising every day. They might not be as good as yours, but it will be shiny and new, based on latest technology. They may even cost less and will appeal even more to the new generation of customers. Furthermore, existing competitors, with legacy IT systems may take the challenge and silently modernize their IT systems and may one day, before you know it, even tomorrow, emerge with a new flashy release, swaying all the market, leaving dust to all the rest, including you. This is the time to make a change. The coronavirus pandemic shook the whole world, forcing us to take a moment or two and reflect on the past, and think about the future. Modernize your IT systems, and make your customers know you really care about them. They deserve the best possible service for the price they pay. Their success is your success. 3. Empower your business. Organization success begins and ends with its human assets. Leading an organization to success require more than the management and salesmen. Leading a technology-based company or an IT department requires much more. Besides the core developer who works on the actual product, there are a lot of IT-related employees that make the whole orchestra play together. Skilled Delphi developers runs legacy IT systems. Delphi developers are very devoted to their product, as they see it as their own child. Most of them are working on it since the very beginning and are there ever since. Legacy developers hold the whole knowledge of the IT system in their own brain, rather than in Word documents. As the technology ages, they age too, and one day will retire, most likely, with all the business knowledge they bear inside their mind. Replacing retired legacy developers with a young developer is not an easy task, in any language, because young developers are reluctant to work in an old environment. By modernizing your legacy IT system, and bridge the gap to latest technology, you may appeal to the young generation, and recruit eager young developer who will carry on the torch for the upcoming decades. While modernizing your legacy IT system, you may improve business knowledge by reviewing all the business intelligence procedure and document them, using the existing development staff and improve them as required. The modernization process may improve your employees' involvement in the organization, and make them feel like they are doing something historic, that will leave their mark, and make them feel important, and therefore improving their motivation. Motivated employees, in general, are the key to success for any organization. Modernizing IT systems will modernize the IT departments, that in turn will modernize the developers themselves. This will make them feel like they are moving on with the technology, rather being left behind. Developers who works with the latest technologies, are more satisfied in their place of work, enjoys the work they are doing, are therefore more productive, more motivated, take pride in their work, and spend less time in Facebook, envy their friends, and looking for a better job. 4. Reach new markets. You may be surprised, but modernizing your legacy IT system may unlock your business, and will introduce you to a new revenue stream. A new revenue stream may reside close to you, but whether you are aware of it or not, you just cannot reach it. With the evolution of the technology, new markets, with new services, on new platforms, for more customers, arising every day. Many legacy IT systems barely keep up with the existing daily operation, and are not open to reach out for new markets, and therefore misses new opportunities to increase revenue. Modern IT systems may provide the customer with a wide range of interoperability, like for instance, working in remote. A feature that was thought to be a nice addition to workaholics who takes their work home, and no one will ever really need it, turned in 2020 to be a must-have feature. Modern IT systems are agile and flexible. Being so allows them to adjust to any change in the market easily, and provide a quick response to any customer request or new regulation demand. Modern IT systems provides high-performance service, with low operational cost. This enables them to break the rules, and reinvent their business model, to attract many sectors that were out of their spectrum. Let's take for instance the example of traditional retail point-of-sale software. Every store owner knows that running a business depends on the ability to sell its products to many customers as he can attract. In the old days you would have to purchase a cashier up front for a full price and place it in your store. This also came with a lot of paperwork for the government. Having a cash draw invites various potential threats that can eventually destroy your business. Nowadays, you can simply run a business, whether it is an online store, or a plain old physical store, using a plain computer, or even a tablet connected to a mobile retail app, that is connected to the point-of-sale software that runs on the clouds. This reduces the tedious paperwork, and minimize the potential threats, with no money exchange. This retail cloud solution are fully customized for customers all over the globe, fully supported with high performance and resilient, and with a minimum monthly fee as possible. By the end of the day, the solution provided has reached new markets, new customers, with a new business model, providing retail solutions for all business sizes, not just for small and medium businesses, but also for private business owners and freelancers. 5. Sleep well at night. Legacy IT systems suffers from a bad security reputation. Well, it is not their fault. In the days they were invented, there were no security threats like today. The uprising of worldwide cybercrimes takes advantage of the quick patches made to those legacy IT systems to allow them to bridge the technology gap and connect to the services in the internet and provide the required service. Outdated legacy IT systems are vulnerable to malware and breaches coming from the outside world, via the internet into the heart of the organization. Legacy IT systems are less resistant to cyber attacks and harmful software, unlike modern IT systems that are running on a well-supported operating systems and protected by various antivirus, firewalls and other defense tools. With all the technology changes, and the rise of cyber threats, what seems secure 5 or 10 years ago, is considered unreliable today, even for modern IT systems, and worse than that, legacy IT systems. Legacy IT systems are simply not made to be secured in that way, and was never fully renovated to defend itself from those cyber attacks. All the patches made for legacy IT systems are in most cases layers of defense software, whether it is a firewall or antivirus, anti-malware, and data loss prevention software, backup procedure and disaster recovery. IT systems security starts with the code. This is where the data and the business lays. Cybersecurity starts within the code. Since 2017, in the infamous worldwide WannaCry ransom cyber attacks, it has become clear that the IT world became a war zone. It has opened the eyes of many IT managers to the fact that antivirus or firewall are simply not enough today. Suddenly, it became very clear that if you wish to survive these new cyber attacks, your IT systems in the organization should be up to date with the current technology that can defend themselves from these attacks. Not just in the network level, but throughout all the IT levels, starting with the actual code level. Hard-coded SQL injections. Legacy IT systems loves hard-coded SQL queries, in the prehistoric databases with no stored procedures. This hard-coded SQL queries are a serious vulnerability that awaits even the novice hackers to enter the database, using simple code injections, and stealing business information, modify and manipulate data or simply delete it. SQL injection is the easiest way to break into organization, and developers are always to blame, because it is bad programming. SQL injection can be sent from a modern web page, as it is disguised as dignified client request to the server. Its authenticity goes through firewalls and all the defensive mechanism, until it reaches the core legacy IT system and database that deals with the harmful request. SQL injection can be fully avoided. This can be avoided by drilling down to legacy code and scan it for hard-coded SQL queries, map the repeated queries into SQL templates and convert them to stored procedures on a modern database server. Furthermore, most legacy IT systems lack data input validation that prevent those nasty SQL injections. This was introduced many years later, after developers realized the potential damage that can be made by giving an unknown users, like me and you, the ability to withdraw information for an IT system, using a website. There are many kinds of attacks that can abuse legacy IT systems' vulnerabilities, like cross-site scripting, phishing, hijacking, malware, Stack Overflow attacks, and various denial-of-service attacks, and many more. Lucky for you, the Delphi Parser Automatic Migration tools can easily deal with SQL injection. It can automatically analyze your whole code, detect all the hard-coded SQL and migrate them out of the code into stored procedure, directly to your favorite modern database server. Use of outdated technology. Running an IT system on Windows XP is not recommended, since it cannot provide the security required to deal with the latest cyber attacks. Windows XP was abandoned by Microsoft in 2014, declaring its end of life, and announcing loud and clear that it won't support Windows XP, and will not provide any security fixes to its old and most famous operating system. Many accused Microsoft for killing Windows XP in order to force its users, all around the globe, to buy the new Windows 7, and nowadays Windows 10, instead of keeping the old Windows XP alive. In 2017, after the worldwide WannaCry attack, Microsoft blamed its users for not upgrading to Windows 7. Later Microsoft was convinced, actually forced, to issue a security update for Windows XP, following massive pressure from well-established and respected organizations, such as the UK National Health Service, saying that migrating to Windows 7 from Windows XP is not easy, and simply not about purchasing new Windows licenses and installing the operation system on the computers. It is about making the legacy IT systems works and operate on Windows 7. This cyber attack, in 2017, revealed for the first time the naked truth of the legacy IT systems. It is about making the old software work on Windows 7 or Windows 10. It is about bridging the gap of 20 years of technology. There are many reasons why organizations should modernize their IT systems and upgrade the Windows XP to Windows 7 or 10, such as improving performance and providing better service while interacting with the latest technology possible, but apparently even the fear from cyber attacks is not that convincing. Since that incident in 2017, Microsoft keeps its old Windows XP up to date with all the security issues. It is known as the unofficial Service Pack 4, aimed to support its enterprise users that are forced to keep on working with Windows XP, where they run their legacy IT systems, such as hospitals' MRI scanners, as well as for its retail users, with the various point-of-sale software written in Borland Delphi and running with local Paradox or legacy interbase database, with, you probably guessed, the BDE, that simply doesn't work as expected on Windows 7 and 10. All the effort made to make the BDE work on Windows 7 failed to provide a satisfied solution. Embarcadero Technologies was even convinced to add a patch for its Delphi 10 series for the BDE to make it work on Windows 10, and by that provide another patch to make legacy Borland Delphi code work with BDE on Windows 10, but it simply doesn't work. The BDE is simply too old to work on Windows 7 or 10, and there is no way out of it. It's a dead end. The only solution is to migrate from BDE to FireDeck, and from Paradox to modern database servers. The truth must be told. In 2020, you cannot expect that technology vendors will support their old products from over 20 years ago. Even automotive manufacturers are not obligated to keep on producing spare parts for a discontinued model after 10 years. As the years go by, vendors stop their support for their obsolete products, like Microsoft did with Windows XP in 2014, and Microsoft Windows XP first release was in 2001. Almost 20 years ago. As the time passes, more legacy component becomes obsolete, the legacy IT systems lack updates, patches, new modules, and functionality, adhering to newer software standards. Once legacy IT system becomes non-compliant with the latest security standards, and has no security treatments against the latest malware, it becomes a threat to the well-being of the organization, and may put the whole business and its customers in a risk. So, now that we understand that, what keeps organization from upgrading to Windows 10? Well, the answer is simply the code. Delphi speaking, it is the legacy Borland Delphi code in which the business and the organization runs its software application. The Delphi code is the business core. The heart of any software-based organization. And, seriously, nobody likes dealing with the core. So, can't we just buy another antivirus monitor, spy, guard, detect, prevent, predict, intelligent firewall? Or maybe invest in a new backup system? Or invest in super duper hyper virtual server? What about cloud? Can't we simply buy some clouds? No, simply upgrade your legacy code to work on Windows 10, and you're ready to go. Modernizing your legacy IT systems, and running your software of the latest operating systems, will enable you to use modern database servers, connect to well-supported new technologies and services, and be guarded by firewalls, antivirus and all the other defense technology available. This will provide you a safe environment to work with, as well as sleep well at night, knowing you and your customers are protected and secured. This is the end of the second session. In this session we talked about the benefits of modernizing legacy Delphi-based IT systems. We discussed the major modernization benefits on the business in various aspects, such as increasing revenue, reduce maintenance, improving customers' experience, empowering development and improve motivation, make the IT system highly resilient, enhance security, increase system performance, improve systems operability by connecting it to the latest technology. Coming up next, legacy Delphi modernization challenges and how to overcome those obstacles. If you have any questions about Delphi modernization or want to get more information about it, you are welcome to contact the Delphi Parser or Oren directly via the email provided here, or visit the Delphi Parser website. I was Billy. I hope you enjoyed this session and find it informative. Thank you for watching.